All right, here we go. Hey there. Hello, it's Sadie from allnaturalme.com. Welcome to day 45 of the 64 Days of Peace and Nonviolence. This is a program from agnt.org. The thought for today is mastery. So that's what we're talking about today, mastery. I like it because I feel like ongoing theme in my life is mastery over my emotions, over my thoughts, and of course, over my actions, right? So I like this day very much, day 45, mastery. So welcome. If you've been following along, I'm proud of you. Congratulations. Good job. Labor organizer Cesar Chavez taught, if you use violence, you have to sell part of yourself for that violence. Then you are no longer a master of your own struggle. To practice nonviolence, you must learn to master your anger. So the suggestion that they give with this program is to breathe deeply, and then silently count backwards from 10. And if you actually do that, that's plenty of time to calm yourself and cool off before you speak or act with impatience or anger. Because really, counting backwards from 10 is pretty long, actually. Like plenty of time to pull yourself together. Helen Keller said, we can do anything we want to do if we stick to it long enough. So this should not be surprising. After all, to attain excellence in anything, we have to work at it, right? An Olympic swimming champion doesn't go for a workout once a week on Sunday afternoon and then wins a gold medal. No, they practice for hours and hours and hours every day. So the impetus to gain mastery over one's mind and senses does not come from some Olympian height or a distant deity. It doesn't come from any monastic rule or even from one's spiritual teacher. It comes from deep within yourself. Okay? You want to master yourself because of this deep inner desire. No one's telling you to do this. Okay, no one's controlling you and telling you have to do this. It comes from within yourself. You actually create this desire within you to master your mind and your emotions and your actions. You have had a fleeting glimpse of that shining presence within. And in its bright, remembered light, all your flaws and blemishes are thrown into sharp relief. You can't wait to start removing them. So this is what I say like a lot, like we're fine tuning at this point. We really are. At least that's how I feel. Like it's just the little teeny things that need cleaned up now at this point. So today, when I think of something or get into a situation where anger comes up, I will acknowledge the anger. Okay, I'm going to actually acknowledge the anger. Like, I see you. I feel you. I'm aware of you, anger. But then I'm going to breathe deeply and in my mind, silently count backwards from 10. Okay, and then I will decide what action to take. Then and only then. I wait till I get into a place of calm, at least centeredness, right? And then I will decide what to do. So mastery of nonviolence will come as I continue to practice. So like Helen Keller said, we have to practice. If we stick to it long enough, if we practice nonviolence long enough, then eventually we will get pretty good at it, right? Then we will have mastery over it. So Mahatma Gandhi said, all of your study of Shakespeare and Wordsworth would be vain if at the same time you did not build your character and attain mastery over your thoughts and your actions. So even Mahatma Gandhi's like, You can study all these beautiful literatures. You can study your face off. I'm sure that's not what he said. You can study your face off. But if you're not building your character and attaining mastery over your thoughts and your actions, then all that education is in vain, right? Because you're still a jerk. Good morning. How are you? All right. So the impetus to gain mastery over my mind and senses comes from deep within. I can see the shining presence within. And in its bright, remembered light, all my flaws and blemishes are thrown into sharp relief, right? I feel the sense of perfection. So in my life, I can't wait to start removing them. So if I do come across a situation where anger comes up, okay, I'm going to acknowledge that anger, but I'm going to breathe deeply and count backwards from 10. And then I will decide what action to take. Remember, mastery of nonviolence will come as you continue to practice. I hope I don't get too much practice today, but if it does come my way, I am going to make intentions to not just fly off the handle, to really give myself that 10 long seconds to just get into that place of calm rationality. And then I'll decide what to do. All right, so ready to go deeper with Gandhi? Here we go on day 45, mastery. I like it. Yeah, flow. So MK Gandhi said, as human beings, our greatness lies not so much in being able to remake the world. That is the myth of the atomic age, but as in being able to remake ourselves. So Gandhi said, it's not so much like us being able to remake the world. The greatness really is being able to remake ourselves. So that's pretty cool, actually. High five, Gandhi. I like that one. All right. So humanity has shown its ability to remake the world. It has also shown its inability to predict results of the changes it makes. Few of the, quote, improvements man has made in the world have ultimately proven to be beneficial to the planet, or indeed mankind itself. So yeah, a lot of times when humans try to improve something, they make it worse, right? So there's an example that I'm actually not familiar with in today's little lesson that I'm reading from agnt.org, everyone. It says the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers work on the Mississippi River. Is anybody familiar with this? Is a perfect example of man making problems worse whenever he interferes with the orderly flow of nature. There is one area, however, where mankind has not only shown it can make changes, it has shown it can make lasting beneficial changes. That area is the remaking of the human consciousness. So I guess this topic is about how, like, maybe humans can quit screwing around with nature and just do the work on the only thing that is actually beneficial, your consciousness. Humanity has spent so many centuries exploring the world, changing its world, and establishing mastery over its world that it has missed the most important area for exploration, the human mind. So that's what we're talking about today, mastering the mind. Quit trying to master the world outside of you. How about the inner world, right? When, as individuals, we finally begin the exploration of our own terra incognita, that unknown territory of our own psyche, we discover the most exciting, valuable, and world-changing territory of all. I love this. I love this topic because I totally get it. I really do. You can keep trying to change everything around you, but really it's the work that you do within. That is what changes you and your reality. Yeah, inner high five. So it says each of us are born into the world with unique abilities to love. If there's some in the bowl. Yeah, go ahead. Each of us are born into the world with unique abilities to love, to serve, and to achieve in the world. But our lives have been filled with those telling us that we are less than, we're not smart enough, we're not good enough, etc. So hearing this message time after time in our youth brings us to an adulthood based on beliefs in our not enoughness. The result is that we bring to the world limited gifts, we bring to the world fear, and all the violence that goes with lack and fear attempting to fill itself. So now we're talking about some of the healing work that we need to do. So when we explore our interior world, when we find and heal those places that have kept us from our personal greatness, we suddenly burst forth, remade and renewed in our true magnificence. Then peace and nonviolence are our natural states, for there is no fear and no lack, the only two causes of violence. So a couple things just to reiterate. If we have been brought up in our lives as children with issues of self-worth, then we come into adulthood feeling less than. We don't feel worthy. We don't feel that great. So the gifts that we bring to the world are limited, and we bring this feeling of lack and fear. And lack and fear are the two causes of violence. So it is so important for us all to heal whatever degree we have of not good enoughness, whatever degree we have within us. It's important for us to do the healing work and to also assist other people in the healing work that they need to do if we can, right? At least letting them know that it's possible to heal that there is this magnificent feeling inside of us that we all have access to. And as soon as we master our limited belief systems, we will have access to that brilliant light. And then peace and nonviolence will be our natural state because we have remedied, eliminated, healed the feelings of fear and the experience of lack. And those two buggers are what cause violence in the world, fear and lack. Hi, Angela, welcome. So the affirmative practice today, day 45, mastery. Today, I will meditate on my magnificence and all the beliefs that keep me from manifesting it. Today, I will rededicate myself to exploring myself and heal all the beliefs keeping me from living that magnificent life and that magnificent light of nonviolence I was born to be. So the affirmative practice today is to rededicate yourself on exploring yourself and to basically just rededicate yourself to continue doing the healing work. And if there are any belief systems keeping you from living that magnificent light of nonviolence, now is the time to heal them. So that's day 45. Woo! And if you find that anger today in your experience, remember to just breathe deeply and count backwards silently in your head from 10, which is a really long time if you do it proper. And that gives you enough space to get that rationality, that rational thinking activated, and then you can decide what you want to do when you're faced with anger. So acknowledge your anger, but then get back into that calm space because you want to be able to be the master of your actions and your thoughts and your emotions. I just want to throw that in. So, one more affirmation to top it off. Today, I will be open to other ways of thinking and acting that are different from my own. So, always be open to a new practice, a new way of looking at something, a new perspective, a new way of thinking, a new way of being, right? If you want to be different, then I think you have to learn how to think different. It's all this beautiful, intricate kind of practices that lead to mastery, right? Because it's not just one thing you do, then you're the master of everything. You kind of have to go at it from all different angles, but for sure, it's an inside job. So inner work. So I love it. I love it. So all this is listed on allnaturalme.com. If anybody wants to visit, the thought for today is mastery. Yeah, I love it. So anyways, you guys have a great day. Be the master of your own life. I love that. I just love it. Hey, I love you so much. I'm glad you're here. And I hope that you have a beautiful day. I always have to laugh, Angela. It's like every time we turn around, we're just getting another reminder to keep on doing the inner work. Surely we're almost done, right? Hey, you have a wonderful day too. Thank you so much. So I'll be back again tomorrow morning. And today I'm going back down in the basement. I'm getting ready for my baby chicks. They're on their way from Minnesota. That's quite a long way to travel. So, yeah. So anyways, be the inner master of the universe. Yeah. Be like He-Man. That's funny. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful day. He-Man. That's great. All right, you guys, thank you so very, very much. I'll see you again soon.